So, use the map.
Sure as fuck do.
Again, this is session 0. We have a lot of housekeeping to do. This is Pathfinder plus Kingmaker. But it is all front loaded. We don't have to. This will be kind of a headache, but it won't be every time. You see the map. You should have had plenty of time to look at it. Not too important now. But here is our kingdom stats. I wrote just in HTML and CSS. It only took like 10 minutes, but I wrote a page that you can edit all these in form fillable and all that. And then I found out Roll20 doesn't allow you to upload HTML. So
am I just clicking the Heartspring one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll have to do it at the end of each session.
Yeah, are you able to make it into like a spreadsheet?
Doesn't allow Excel.
No, I meant for you to have, and then you can just.
Yeah, I've still got my code, so I'll just edit it.
I was saying if you made it a spreadsheet, you can edit and save and like basically update it.
Yeah, basically what it is. I just tried to pretty it up, but Roll20 was like, no. So, but let's go over this. You all, I gave you the lore, right?
Yep. Yeah, we read it. Well, I read it.
Does anyone need a refresher?
Me.
How long? The only thing I'm not familiar with is how long ago exactly the War of Abdication last. Well, how long ago it finished up?
I wrote. I believe it's 14 years. 15 years.
14. Okay, maybe that was it.
Wrote it somewhere.
It was in there in the lore dump
many
or
words.
whatever, but I don't remember exactly what it was. But I'll probably need to edit my background to match that. I think I have some funky numbers. But yeah, it's fine. Continue.
So, you're all starting low in the totem pole at first, but you still are moving on with Kingmaker. Kingmaker, you control the goals and the power of your kingdom and its future and how it reacts to the world around it. The first levels, you're not going to be making those decisions, obviously, but we still need to put some of the groundwork down. Because hopefully, unless you guys go really off the range, you'll slowly rise in power and start making some tough decisions. Order of business. Number 1, we gotta name the kingdom. Probably the hardest one to start with.
That is a tough one.
Right now it's capital city. That's not totally, lame, but it kind of is.
It's generic. It's not always bad though.
What can you tell us more about like the feel of the city and like how everybody kind of feels about it?
Oh, well, a lot of that stuff we'll decide now.
Okay.
Just like the general vibe, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
But this is kind of based off like War of the Roses, medieval Europe, like very medieval Europe feeling politics and technology level, that kind of thing. Knights and castles. No gunpowder.
I'm down with that.
We could do the rest of them and come back to the name if we want.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
am I looking at this right? That we're basically flanked by 2 mountain ranges?
yeah. There's the ones around the Elador Empire are these huge, imposing, peaks, and then one in our little peninsula here, it's much more soft and
smaller mountain range that just to our south.
Exactly. So these values you should be seeing should be pretty self-explanatory. Culture, economy, loyalty, stability. Culture, your kingdom. Its economy, the gold. How loyal the people are, and its citizens, not necessarily, or visitors, citizens. Its armies. Stability, how happy or unhappy the people are. These are what you'll use. Think of the kingdom like a character that you're all controlling. It has values just like your character does. These all start at 10. and they'll go up as we make decisions. And then, as you play the game, you'll be faced with options. Do you want to go to war with somebody? Well, you're going to take a hit to stability, but your economy might go up. Or do you want to make peace? Your economy might go up, but your loyalty might go down if people find you weak. That kind of thing. So think of a name in the back of your mind, and then we have a starting charter, as you can see on the left. This is the general goal of the kingdom, what the advisors and the underlings will generally aim for, the tone of the people, and their general belief and value system. This is not set in stone and is very open to interpretation, and it can change as the world changes around you. So we have a couple, and we'll go around and vote. The first one, Conquest. Conquest seeks to strengthen and defend, to turn plowshare to sword. Many believe abdication wars were a slight against this capital city, that our strength has renewed enough to be a threat yet again. There are many with whom war would benefit. Winning war breeds innovation, bolsters the economy, expands our borders, and improves our reputation. There's a lot of land to be taken, not just from our fellow kingdoms, but from the wilds, the unincorporated empires, and even from the beyond known world, all waiting to be taken. The dire consequences of failure have no need to be stated, though. Conquest will boost loyalty and one other as you choose, but it will negative to culture. Expansion, and I'll type all these out, don't worry, I just gotta read through. Expansion seeks to strengthen our empire by ways of peaceful growth, expanding our culture to influence until our enemies become our friends and our friends become part of us. Many are happy not to see any more bloodshed, though such a policy will be difficult to maintain and fund. A diverse and expansive populace is also rife for revolt. Exploration seeks to find new lands, away from the constant infighting and politics, plaguing Aeon now. The lands beyond the celestial sea are known only in legend, rumors of dragon and sea monster, gold and riches. Even within our own borders, or the realm itself, many places remain untreaded. Only about 40% of the enormous burned lands have been mapped. The far-reaching islands to the northeast are rumored to have their own kingdoms with their own problems. There is much to see, but it will be costly. An unsuccessful expedition will be costly and grant us no benefit. Grant seeks to rise our kingdom up like a phoenix from the ashes, to forge our hard-won peace into gold. The universal language of all kingdoms is currency, and to be the richest is to be the strongest. We will put man to field, ox to cart, hammer to steel. The Bay of Prosperity is right portrayed, and as kingdoms rebuild and replenish, gold will flow. Showing what we are willing to do for gold reveals our hand a great deal, though, and jealousy can be found in the hearts of all men. There's danger to that. And then there's an open, which gives a sort of non-committal answer, but you only get one boost. I'll put in Discord the choices. Then we gotta vote on them. A flaw is a -1. A boost is +2. Flaw is -1. So each choice gives +2 to 2 stats, but a flaw. And then open, you only get a +2 to 1 thing, but you don't get a negative. We'll give 5 minutes to read, and then I'll go around and we'll vote. Again, these are open to interpretation and open to change. Nothing set in stone, just like real politics.
I think I'm more about Grant, but I don't know. I'm curious to see what you guys want.
I mean, obviously everyone has its benefit.
Yeah. I think it goes more into what your character wants.
Definitely. If you're on the wrong roll 22.
Yeah, this is where it's also going to come into the point to where I guess we
I'm on Heartspring.
A bit of our characters.
See, this is a tough one for me because I don't.
Kingmaker, sorry.
I don't think.
I invited you in the Discord.
There's a link in the Discord, James.
Oh. Yes, go into Discord primer is the link.
Why am I still? You're still sharing your screen, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Show your browser. Go ahead, I dare you.
So here's my
dice rolls on the other one.
Garrett, maybe you can give me a little bit more direction about this, because I can tell you about my character, and you can kind of give me what you think he would be most. Because I don't know what he would really. I don't really know if there's I don't know which one he would be more leaning toward.
This character sheet.
What?
Nothing. I clicked on the wrong link.
So my character is sort of like a folk hero, obviously, and he goes around all these different cities in the kingdom and brings toys to children and is this, loved entertainer basically for children and adults. But he's also secretly
Serial
a
killer.
vigilante who goes and murders people who harm children. So I don't know what I mean. He's like chaotic good, and so I don't know which one.
I think yours would be more of Grant, where you're wanting to help
Yeah.
other communities out and try to make more friends.
Yeah, that's
Oh, no, that's expansion. I'm sorry.
Grant, yeah, Grant is like capitalism simulator.
yeah. Expansion was what I was thinking.
Expansion.
You might step on a few heads with Grant, but money talks.
Yeah.
Expansion is the friendly option for sure. I guess you got to decide on expansion or exploration. Do you care about the kids within your borders or finding new kids to give presents to?
It's any children that I come across in any of the areas that I come into. It's not individualized based on what region I'm in. It's not like it's just children in general.
Well, in the rumors of the world, there's little to say about children. It's usually they're here be dragons, cities of gold, this and that. So
Right.
Expansion.
That's sort of the whole
Expansion,
reason.
I guess.
That's what I thought. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean that's my vote.
Would your character prefer to travel, or does he like to stay within his own areas?
He does travel.
Then yeah, I would say expansion most likely.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide between Conquest and Expansion.
His loyalty is not
Let's go.
by most people's standards. His loyalty is not solidified just because.
I guess with y'all saying Grant is basically
we're talking about
capitalism or whatever, I would probably do expansion.
Basically, you're a guild leader wanting to just kind of be like, I want to make the most money possible.
Yeah, backward deals and treachery and trade routes.
Being a goblin.
Yeah, pretty much. Coltrane, basically the way he thinks about things is his philosophy he lives by is walk softly but strike back harder. So he is a very brash individual, and a lot of people would probably think he would rather go Conquest because he's very ready to get into a fight, but he would much rather see if he can find friends before he finds foes. So I think I'm going to go more of expansion with my vote.
I think that will swing it with a 3-person trio. Unless
I still want to hear what other whoever
you guys can convince.
Yeah, I want to
outliers.
I want us all to kind of be on the same page. Josh, what say you, sir?
He's muted.
Oh.
I don't know if he knows that.
Sorry, forgot.
You been talking?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I was leaning towards either open, just kind of staying a bit neutral, or expansion is kind of my thoughts on it. Conquest would also be on the table. Not above.
I think they went to Walmart.
But yeah, my first choice is probably open, giving me the most flexibility. Second choice, expansion.
John?
I'd probably say expansion because since it's one and one other, my other would also go to loyalty since it wouldn't be affected.
We never lived a stable life anyway, so expansion.
All right, expansion has it again, not set in stone and open for interpretation. How you expand, you can dabble. Expansion doesn't have to be literally pushing out your borders with structures. It can be trades and learning new cultures and stuff like that. But this is just kind of your goal as the advisors will kind of hope for. So expansion has it. So culture goes up to 12, as well as the one other that we also had to decide on, unfortunately. But stability go to 8.
Yeah, and
I think I heard one vote for loyalty. Any dissenters for economy instead?
I mean, if we're doing cultural exchanges, hopefully we're exchanging coin in the process. So I'd kind of lean into either economy or loyalty if anybody else has got a strong opinion on that.
I mean, I don't really have a strong opinion either way. I can see the economy being a plausible thing to do.
Yeah, but I also see loyalty being that, you can sway
Stop.
people
Yes.
to enhance the economy.
Yeah.
I mean, they all kind of
Once
affect
again,
each other.
none of
but-
this is set in stone. We can kind of move towards these things over time. So
Yep, you only know what you know now. Being low on the totem pole, you don't have a good aerial view of all the politics going on. So
Right.
this is a lot of little guesswork, but that's on purpose because you'll change over time.
yeah. I suppose if I have to put my coin down on something, I would say economy. Having a good
We have a
economy,
race now.
high loyalty.
Let's say you brothers.
What does loyalty do for
That
us?
is how loyal your citizenry is.
That's what I figured it was.
Keep your
Different from
citizens
stability.
on you.
How loyal your citizenry is to
To you.
You
To
and your decisions. It's different
us.
from stability because stability comes from like quality of life. If you're in a war or you're in a famine or something, like stability is going to take the hit. But if you're trying to raise an army, you're trying to make a difficult decision that puts people, at ill ease or something like that. That's going to be your loyalty. And also, loyalty will be like spies, people betraying you.
Informants. Yeah, people giving up state secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Culturans is going to be more for loyalty.
Any economy boys in the chat? Going once?
I don't. It's tough because I feel like they both have their, like I said earlier, they have their positives.
Yeah, I won't be upset at all if we go loyalty. It's not gonna hurt my feelings.
Well, my thought is, citizens are normally a big fan of the place they live whenever that they
The
have
economy's good.
whenever the economy is doing well. But if they're
It
not
sorta has my
loyal
vote
based
for
on
that.
the economy, they're not going to be, they're not going to be loyal regardless. So the people who are truly loyal will be loyal to you regardless of the circumstance.
But how few that probably is.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, which is what these numbers suggest.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What is the count as of right now?
I think right in the middle with the
2
brothers
two.
and Josh waiting. Is that right? I may have mixed you all up.
Mine's for loyalty.
One loyalty, one economy, 3 remaining.
I think.
Culturans will be loyalty.
Yeah.
I am kind of leaning toward loyalty too. Because it also strengthens our ability to kind of have security within our borders.
I believe
Considering we
loyalty will
already-
take it.
Yeah,
That's fine.
sounds good.
That can get us more money in the long run.
That's why I was saying the loyalty can kind of swing the economy to change with a little less effort.
Yeah.
Culture 12, economy 10, loyalty 12, stability 8.
It's better to be
risk.
rich and friends.
Wait, stability is at 8?
Yes, you
Yes.
take a flaw when you take a choice.
So you take a neg 2? Oh, whoa.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's why I was
Oh,
saying.
wow.
That's why I was saying open, because you only take the one positive instead of the 2 positives and a negative.
I kind
Yeah,
of
but all this can be changed,
it's
as
something
we
we
go.
True.
We're,
So how does this work? Well, your characters have ability scores. So does your kingdom. Culture, being a little higher, gets a bonus. So, what will I ask for? say you want to start a center for the arts. Give me a culture check, please. See? I'll say an arts culture check, and then I'll have a DC you have to meet. Or say you want to create new folklore for the kingdom and make people happier. Create a holiday or quell unrest. Right? They each have little abilities. You don't have to worry about them now, but we'll get there someday. So I'll ask for a folklore culture check. Now let's say an obvious one about a warfare loyalty check, or industry economy check, right? So establishing trade, that kind of thing.
Okay.
You get the idea.
Yeah.
For now,
Did you come
You're
up with this
not
shit yourself?
mixed bag.
This is really cool, man.
Is there a cap on it? Like a number value cap?
No. If I do it right, it'll be in balance. But there's not a cap. If you guys really focus on something, you guys might be the fucking economy champions of the world, Pivot that to greatness.
We're in the laser age when everybody else is in the stone age still.
Just a couple of more decisions. Oh, you guys love making decisions.
Who are you talking about?
Next, let's see. Where are we? Next on the agenda, Heartland. This is simple. What kind of region your place resides in? Forest or swamp, hill or plain, lake or river, mountain or ruins. So,
Oh, that's really cool. They list those.
I can type them.
Forest or river,
yeah,
mountain or plains, lake or river. Wait.
And this is supposed to be what the capital city is. Like it's
region.
Yeah, where it's biome of where it's
Yes, exactly.
positioned.
Right.
Well, boys, I feel like we should pick the old swamp because.
So wait. Forest or
live in
swamp, heartland, hill or plains, heartland. So it's between all of these, or like we pick each one of them.
Each one grants a benefit. You pick from the two in the or clause right there, and then you'll get a benefit for doing so. But you can only pick one, obviously.
Good. This
All right.
Picking what kind of actual landscape we have.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like the idea of mountain.
Pretty sure I already know everything that I'm going to go with this because I mean, I don't know.
So,
I'm in there.
forest
Oh,
or swamp,
they have-
culture, hill or plain, loyalty, lake or river, economy, mountain or ruins, stability. I've typed them all
Shit.
out.
Swamp and culture sounds exactly right.
Oh man.
Yeah, that one's a little questionable. I know it had to do something for culture. But it's
that sounds
very,
exactly
now I
right.
want to lean towards swamp culture simply because of the fact that it's available.
Hey, we all are swamp culture.
Fucking,
Patrick's just homesick.
fucking Cajuns in the city.
Louisiana balls.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Swamp?
Yeah. I mean, we're all from the dirty South.
Yeah, I don't think any of us can say no to swampland.
We saw swamp and everybody's neurons activated. We didn't even read the rest.
Fucking
That's where
neuron
I'm
activation.
As far as planes go, I don't know how these actually affect the rest of the story and stuff, or if it just affects like the individual things. Plains would allow for us to have more farmland. River would allow for us to have more militaristic and economic growth.
Yeah.
So we have more trade available. And then as far as stability, I don't understand the ruins part of it. You guys might have ideas. I can't think of anything. But it makes me think about being able to mine ore if we do mountain.
That
my
or
thought
defense,
process of
because
Yeah, stability
if you're-
for the mountain is going to be more for defense. You have basically the way I was thinking of it, and the reason why I went with mountain first is that you have a entire nestled city on top of a hill.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like King of the Hill scenario where it's like
Yeah.
nothing can reach you because they're having to run uphill constantly to get to you or something.
It will also make trade much harder.
Natural or artificial features to bolster defense, including old ruins like castles. And
yeah,
stuff
that's
like
what
that.
I'm saying.
And
The ruins
right
would
about
also
now,
be
we need as
more
much
of-
stability as we can get.
I was
Borrowing heat.
thinking ruins like old, like ancient ruins.
Yeah, but if you
Not-
took them over and started sort of building on top of them,
Yeah,
you're
you
using
would
them
know
as a basis
what the
for your
details
own
of those
defense.
old ruins are and how they would benefit you. So if you were invaded in any way, you know,
Yeah, you
you
could have
have
fucking these huge catacombs of
Are you
fucking
guys
hidden
thinking of
tunnels and shit where people
are you guys talking about like Lord of the Rings level of defenses here?
That's immediately what I thought whenever
Yeah,
I
so it's like
It's a
more
plus
defense.
2 boost, so
Okay.
it's not get too crazy.
Yeah,
Only
but,
2.
but it would get our
Garrett's just screaming,
stability.
it's only 2. We're like, build the wall.
Elves.
Build the wall.
Build the
Midas
wall.
Tirith.
Light the fires. Light the
Yeah.
fires.
All right, so swamp, plains, river, ruins. Is that where we're at?
Yeah,
You
my
pick one.
Yeah,
Only.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, we got to pick
Wait,
one.
One.
basically,
Oh.
forest or swamp is two of the same thing.
But you get a little variety with your choice.
Yeah. So we
I
have to
would-
pick one
For
out of
flavor.
all of those.
Yeah.
Oh, out of all of them. See, I was
Yes.
confused. I was like, we do one of each? That's a crazy ass biome.
No.
No.
So
we
we're
basically
going with
have a
Lake or
stat.
River Heartland.
Yeah, we have a
Oh.
stat, but we can
Minute-
choose
minutes.
what type of biome for that stat.
We do need stability. Go
We do
ahead
need
with
stability.
mountain.
Let's do ruins on stability. That's the plus
I-
2.
Yeah, I'd say ruins as well, just from more of a strategical plot.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, I think that's
theoretically
gonna
speaking,
I think
we're
that's also
right-
going to play more into the story that because it's like our area has been war torn for the last 14 years,
Yes,
correct?
definitely.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that as well as
Okay.
we don't know what remnants are
Yeah.
left in those ruins,
Right.
in totality at least.
Your
Yeah,
kingdom.
I'm down for Mountain of Ruins.
Your kingdom has many ancient castles and old keeps, some from the previous war and some from generations before, in various states of disarray and upkeep. Some pretty pristine, others kind of fall into ruin. In any case, any would-be defender is going to see this this storied land with lots of defensives that have been proven over the centuries that they'll have to get through to get to you. And so stability returns to 10, a base stat. No above or negative. Next, government. So you don't get to choose this one. The government is a council.
You don't get to choose this one. Get ready.
Sounds like present day.
Government.
you don't get to choose this one. You're in a republic government. Fuck you.
The government is a council for now. Hint, hint.
That's right. These bitches about to get fucking shaked.
Your treasury currently is at a base 0, which is just normal, average. You can do things to increase it and then use that as a resource towards doing things. You want to raise an army, you need to expend 5 treasury points, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. I like that.
You have no stock in that right now. There is also fame and infamy. You won't be dealing with that yet. But I know that was a lot of info overload, and I'll replace. I guess I can do it now because I also need a couple of you are missing characters, or at least I didn't know where to look.
Wait, who's missing characters?
Character pictures.
Did you get mine?
Mine's
Yes.
in the character section.
Here's who I have as of right now. I made little tokens. If I could
Where are we at?
roll C to save my life.
I can actually cut mine down and give it to you. What are the
I got these
dimensions?
boys right now. You should be seeing them on your which one?
So Turner and James are the only ones left.
Hey.
What do
Mine
you
was
need
kinda
me to send
squished.
you?
Just what your character looks like,
Let me give you a
I'm so
better.
tempted to buy the ST.
Oh, I thought you needed my sheet.
perhaps.
Here, I'm gonna. Dude, buy it. I'll print it and send it to you. It doesn't matter.
Dude, like,
John has a printer too, and so does Josh.
Oh, I mean, as soon as I get my check, I will have one.
Here, there's a better.
I
There's a
like
better
the
of my
options.
character. I know, right?
I like the options that Hero 4 just pulled out here lately. Like, oh, it's so good.
Fuck. That one doesn't have a watermark on it. I'm gonna paint him. I don't know. I think I'm gonna paint him soon. Maybe tomorrow.
I also want to get one soon, so I can actually print me out a little Zavala
Well,
statue.
If you go and get them from DM Stash, you can print. They give you for like I think it's like $6 for the STL, and you can print out a 72 centimeter, or
Yeah, I saw
70
that.
What is it, 72 millimeter, whatever the fuck it is. You get a big version and a small version. So
Any thoughts to the kingdom name?
I'm actually working on that right now. I'm trying to think of a cool name for like mountain that isn't
Yeah, I was
a
gonna
mountain.
say like.
Well, we
I
chose
was gonna
ruins,
say, like,
so
Oh yeah, well, it's just the southern part of the mountain. That's the reason why I was coming.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I was thinking like something along the line, and this is just it's so corny, but I was thinking something like a gemstone for the city name. So like Diamond City or something along those lines.
oh, I
because
do that all the time, dude.
Yeah.
It's
One
a
of the kingdoms'
diamond,
name is Jur.
a diamond in the rough. We're surrounded by ruins.
I'm
and-
naming it.
and
I'm
it's like-
coming up with all these really, really just completely detached names. You guys are like coming up with decent.
Gemstones are always good.
I have Belmog, which sounds more like an orc city in my opinion. Oakthorn, Southmount, Eminence, Tombstone.
Makes me
Fucking,
think
you know. Yeah. some of
Stone.
these-
Just I love that name.
Where are you from? I'm from hell, motherfucker.
Your worst nightmare.
Nice.
So I had Mist Vale,
Oh, okay.
I like
Mist
Mist
Ruin, Mist Haven.
I do like Miss
I was
I like
thinking
Mist
that we were-
Haven.
We were kind
Oh.
of sandwiched between these two mountains, so I was assuming that we're probably dealing with a lot of fucking misty city type.
I'm digging Misthaven. I don't know about you guys.
I'm down with Mist Haven.
I know that's from something. I just can't put my finger on where.
Well,
I
if none of us can recall,
I was about to
then-
say, I don't fucking know what it's from, and
I mean, if we want to go really strange, we just call it Night Vale.
yep, that's it.
Just have,
Yeah.
just have
That's tough.
crazy shit happening in our city.
Jesus God.
It just beg someone to invade us.
Yeah.
And then they fucking die. Yeah, man, I'm good with Misthaven if you guys are good with Misthaven.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds good to me. I like
Mist
it.
Haven, that was way less painful than I thought it was going to be.
It's
One
because
word,
you
two.
didn't have just me and
One word.
Patrick
I
sitting
go
there
with-
with
I think
names.
one word. Misthaven sounds good as just a single word.
H capitalized.
No, just capital
Nah.
M Misthaven.
Yeah, just Mist Haven is the way I
Yeah,
envisioned it.
one word.
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 Miss Thaven.
I cannot figure out where that came from. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Don't
I
even
looked it
tell
up
me,
and it
man,
was
just
like
let it-
the name of an enchanted forest.
Oh, cool.
Don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I'm down.
Oh, you know what it is? It's a made-up fucking city from another D&D game that I was in.
Okay. Well,
Well,
Now I
works.
remember.
it's the name of the city now, bitch.
Anton's last name? I don't want to look it
Anton.
up.
Greenwell.
Oh. I forget that's your name, your character's name.
E at the
Anton
end or just
Greenwell.
well?
What's that?
E at the end or just well?
No.
I
W
can't
E
hear what-
W-E-L-L? No E?
Yes. Yes. Greenwell. With all shoved together.
He's from some springs.
Yeah.
There's some sixes.
There's some sixes in there.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
It was some sevens.
Do y'all know how to change your picture?
Yeah,
I
you
have
gotta do
no
it from the
idea.
actual account, but you gotta log out of the campaign to do it.
Fuck that.
Oh, yeah, Y'all told me how to do it a while back, and I could not figure it out. And
And I
gave
think
up.
it's
was like, well,
just
fuck
for
it.
the entire account in general.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm
next
looking
time.
for my picture. I promise.
I wonder.
I'm getting the stuff too. Trying to get this
You know what?
updated thing.
There was something I was gonna ask you, Garrett, but now I have no idea what the fuck it was. So,
Hope it wasn't important.
probably not.
It isn't anymore.
Nope. I don't remember what the fuck it was,
You
but
can do it without logging out.
Oh, you can?
Yep.
Well, you just open up a separate tab?
Yep.
ooh, look at that. We got no money in the treasury?
Yep.
Some bullshit. I'll throw 1 silver piece in.
Like one.
Y'all don't spend it all in one place.
Don't spend it all at the corner store.
Sir, this isn't even enough to fire me.
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's see. I have no idea.
Any luck, Jamule?
Yeah, there's a couple. I'll fucking send
Oh,
you
you
one.
still don't have a name for your character?
No, his name is Anarian.
Oh, man, such a
Oh,
good
you're
name.
looking for an image for him?
Yeah. He's supposed to just kind of look like me in armor.
Oh, well.
And what class are you?
A fighter. Use a big greatsword.
A fighter.
That'll kind of work.
Here you go. Right here. Okay, I'll get one.
You want me to send it on Facebook or Discord?
Discord, I guess. I just got it open. I found that joke.
There you go. Found a good one for you, James.
Where'd you send it in?
Facebook.
I don't see anything on Facebook. Oh, did you put it in the D&D thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I had no choice, James.
I'll remember that whenever we let Caleb play with us.
What the fuck am I looking at?
I think that might be the alternate universe where Ford and what's his name settled down.
I don't know. I just typed in gay fighter.
Jeez.
Which
Look, I put. That's what I'm gonna use, I guess.
Alright, and James, what's your character name?
Anarian.
Anarian. Yep.
Did you come up with that from something else, or did you just make that up yourself?
The thing is, I made that up myself, and I named a WoW character that, and I liked the name, and then I looked it up to see if I was copying something, and apparently it's like Aragorn's brother or some shit, or like his cousin.
Yeah, I don't think you knew that though.
No, I didn't. I swear.
Patrick, what's yours? It's Geppetto?
It's Jack, Wandering Jack.
Oh, okay, so it's not. Okay.
No, you guys. I mean, if you know me in this game, you would just call me Jack. You wouldn't call me anything else.
Alright, I got everyone's stuff
I
down.
suppose that is the other thing that I was trying to find out is what the setup for all this was. Like whether or not we know each other, or whether or not this is a new arrangement.
I always like starting with you know each other. Kind of gets some of the
It's easier, less awkward,
Exactly.
out of the way.
BS out of the way.
Yes.
less fluff.
Less fluff, more fluffing.
Oh yeah.
Goddamn professional fluffer.
Jesus Christ.
Ugh.
Under
I set
my
the
account,
rogue
it's
to you,
also
John,
how you
on
set it
out of
to.
pure reflex.
What was that?
I set the rogue to be controlled by you out of pure reflex on accident.
Yeah, that's about right.
You guys should be able to move your tokens around.
Yeah.
I fear giving you this power, but
Are you
What
able
could
to?
what could possibly go wrong in this past giving me the power to draw?
Okay, so question: are you gonna have it like maps of like layered map that we can move through?
Ooh, they even have little circles. You
yes,
can do stuff on the
Alright.
bottom. Give
not
yourself.
today, but yes.
No, I'm saying because if so, then you should be able to, if you could, shrink them down to maybe
Wait,
like
Yeah,
just
I
next on
expanded
my
them
character.
to show their image just for now.
yeah. I'm just
Hey.
saying like so we can like
Move to the
whatever
square.
movement. Yeah, we can have more correct movement.
That's awesome, dude. Love it.
I think that's about all the housekeeping we need to do. There's not. So these things you'll see as time goes on. In fact, you'll see right now because we're getting started.
What?
Roll
So-
initiative. What? Oh,
You all, for various reasons, are working for one of the advisors for the capital city for, I'm sorry, Misthaven. A man named Vincent Benet Gautier. Vincent, outwardly handsome, charming, moral, clear-headed, is actually much more Machiavellian than he would let on. Vincent has hired, or extorted, or blackmailed, or called in a favor, or maybe you're part of his house, whatever your backstory may be, he's wrangled you here. You all are a secret dagger in the darkness, subtly influencing events to go his way. This will be the first step towards Vincent controlling the council, then controlling the kingdom, then controlling the world. But the other kingdoms have their own schemes, and while you plot against one, two more may plot against you. You all
Change their fucking name to bitch. Okay, sorry.
There's been a lot of info overload. For now, you are low in the totem pole. Someday, maybe, you will be the one appointing spy masters, generating money for ships, clearing land, and declaring the war. For now, you take orders, and you hope for the best. You sit within Victor's estate, summoned because today the council has laid out the proposed items to vote on. Victor's estate is quite beautiful. A home with real character. Dark red wood furniture, accented with touches of oranges, greens, and yellows, gives the perfect fall feeling for this abode. Large, without being ostentatious, clean without being too sterile, an estate worthy of a long-standing noble family. And indeed, summer is winding down. The leaves begin to slowly shift their color. You are served warm potato soup with parsnips and finely sliced rabbit. It is only in the last few years that Victor's family has gotten back their footing. The war thwarted trade as well as souring the common people's beliefs on these noble houses, believing them, partly truthfully, to be shielded from the ravages of war. As you reflect on this, Victor finally arrives. As you're all together, we'll go with introductions. In any order. I'll go with Celios first, please.
You see before you a young male champion. Dirty blonde hair down to the shoulders, light blue eyes, clad in, what did I say I have? Chainmail with a steel shield that has the image of, you know, a falling hammer. There is one particular thing that you do notice is that just above the cuff of the chainmail, there is a slight little bit of a light purple, seemingly sigil, just peeking about halfway up his neck.
Interesting. What kind of armor were you wearing?
Chainmail.
Okay. What about you, not Coltrane?
Coltrane.
Almost Coltrane.
Cold train. No.
The train, baby.
Okay. So, kind of being boisterous and talking loudly, you see a
bald-headed monk that seems to have it really, really shaven down to the skin. Very ornate, shiny shoulders that look as if they're formed in the shape of dragon heads from a Chinese era. These big, huge ruby pearl beads around his neck, and a robe that's black and red. He doesn't seem like he's not completely just crazily buff, but he is telling these flashily stories of how he fought off dragons and that he knows that he can throw a punch that can make one reel in its scales, and he's very
Eccentric?
loudmouthed. And yes, but you also can tell that whenever someone of power or someone that he respects is speaking, is that he takes a step back and allows them to speak. He's very respecting to his superiors that he feels. But you hear stories of how he was once double crossed by one of his friends whenever he was being trained, and he never trusted that particular individual again.
What was his name?
Coltrane Crestmore.
Coltrane, woo woo.
What's the Cold Train reference? I don't get it.
Easily,
I forgot the slash.
easily. I think it was the third one with Dom. Worst.
Gears of War.
Yeah, worst emotional thing. Fucking ever that I've come across.
Can you guys see
Why?
the nameplates? You guys see all the nameplates? Is very helpful. Or is it
I
black
only
for you guys?
I can
I
see mine.
just see
my
mine.
name, and I see Patch has bitch underneath it.
I don't see that under mine.
I can see it. That shit's hilarious.
That's
What's
why I
up,
busted
dog?
out laughing earlier.
Dang it, Patrick can't even see that I named him bitch.
Can't. It's not. Oh,
Guys.
I have to move my character.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
What if I did
Forgot
that?
your name.
Go up
Oh,
for anybody else?
There you go.
Yeah,
No, don't lose your name.
Coltrane
you-
just
I
showed
think
up.
you can move the pitch around, but you can't move the.
So
There you go.
if you want, there's a setting under personalize and not this graphics. You can click to where the name won't pop up for you unless you hover over it, over the image.
Oh. Interesting.
Okay, now I can see names.
What armor were you wearing, Coltrane?
He's
Sorry, you said-
unarmored. He's unarmored.
Okay, okay.
Most of it's just ornate, like just
It's
for
fluff.
show.
You said you're wearing a gi or robes?
It's robes.
Okay.
I know I mentioned gi earlier, but it's just robes because I'm unarmored. That's part of the way the class works.
I like gis. What about you, Jack?
I hate geese. They're terrible birds.
You guys see somewhat tall character carrying around a lute. I think that's right. Yeah. Yeah, give me 1 sec. Hang on, guys.
You know, Josh, it's a 15-minute video you can watch later, but it's basically it's the entirety of Dom's story in Gears of War.
Oh yeah, I know
Not-
who
not you,
Coltrane
other Josh.
is. And it's okay.
He has two.
Oh, I think
It
that was
didn't
great.
dawn on me until after I sent the character in, and I was just like, "Oh God."
No, Turner asked earlier who. I was like, oh man, like
No, that was Patches that said that.
oh well. Either way, I put it.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
Like it is by
I
far.
still don't know who y'all are talking about.
Just go watch the video. It is
Yeah,
like completely fucked.
ridiculous. Yeah. All right, let's see.
Sorry.
Patches
Oh,
was
there you
dope.
go.
Yeah. All right.
You guys see a relatively tall character with a wooden skull mask over his face, so you can't really tell much about him. He does have some long pointed ears that come off from the sides. He's wearing a like studded leather and then a cloak around it, and he's wearing a rope around his neck. He has gloves on and he's carrying a lute with him, and he's just kind of dancing around and looks to be just kind of enjoying himself. Doesn't really look to be doing anything in particular. Nothing super out of the ordinary. If there are kids around, he's normally playing songs and making them laugh and dancing and being stupid.
You hear him shout, "Commence the jiggling, y'all!"
Commence to jiggling.
God damn it.
What was your race again?
He's human.
I am human with half-elf ancestry.
I looked at your icon and thought you were a skeleton.
No.
That's the mask.
It's
Kira
just
was
a
like, I
mask.
specifically said, no wild, crazy
Wait
ass
for the
races.
asterisks to come up.
Oh.
Are you like jovial, sing-songy kind of guy?
Yeah. More like
I
more
don't know
of
if you're like shift into being a Santa and you've turned into smoke
Yeah,
a mall girl.
I was gonna ask, like, is he gonna start singing about his laments of a time long ago?
No, I'm just like a storyteller, like the kind of guy who kind of comes through and sings songs, and I'm trying to think of what you generally call that.
A
Jester?
troubadour?
Like more like a troubadour, sort of like kind of goes from town to town and telling stories and just
I mean, that's pretty much a bard.
well, yes, I am a bard.
A minstrel?
No, there's a word for it. I just can't think of it. There's a
What about
character.
you, Anton?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm about 2'11", halfling, wearing some dark brown leather armor. Seem to be entertaining myself, sort of doing a little bit of sleight of hand with coin, and every now and then I'll flick my wrist and it'll be a dagger instead of the coin, and then I'll swap back. But other than that, I'm hanging out, waiting to find out why the fuck I'm here, and laughing at the stories that the guy 2 doors down keeps telling.
A halfling rogue. It's kind of rare. Though your short stature makes it easier to hide. Usually you people are a peaceful folk.
What do you mean, you people?
Fucking hell, John.
DM's already being racist.
I have light brown hair, cut pretty short, pretty shaggy. Looks like I may or may not have cut it with my dagger.
Makes sense. What's the hair level of your feet?
Oh, yeah, they're fairly hairy. I do go barefoot. It's just feels better on my toes.
Looks like I'm walking in 2 Jawas down here.
But other than that, I look like a human child. But my body proportions are that of, say, a human child. The head is slightly too big for the body, but
Oh, halflings. You look slightly down with the syndrome.
Oh my god.
God damn it!
Oh, Lord.
That was
Down
too
with
good,
the
man.
syndrome.
Anarion. Ames in armor.
It's basically me, but actually fit and stays. I'm gonna kind of make it to where he was like a military man, and he left, and if there was such a thing as a dishonorable discharge from wherever he left from, like the particular military he quit, that's probably what it would be.
Oh, so you were in the war.
We could make it that way, thematically. And now I kind of do mercenary work, and when I'm not doing that, I sort of guard my brother while he travels.
Your brother Jack.
Yep.
Oh,
Do
my
you
God.
fuck with the what?
Fuck with the
No, he
Well,
don't fuck with
normally,
the wolf.
you'd probably have the local guard hunting you as a deserter. At the end of the abdication war, almost everyone was deserted, from higher up to lower down. So you kind of flew under the radar with that one a little bit. Though, if someone, if some people knew you were a
Super
deserter,
loyalist.
they might not be too happy.
We can make it to where I used to grow a big beard, and then now I just stay clean shaven, so where people don't really recognize me, which is true in real life.
Unfortunately.
You all have been brought together. Perhaps you know each other pretty well at this point, but you may not know all of each other's secrets by any means. Nonetheless, you serve Victor, and you serve Misthaven as a whole. Victor has arrived. Handsome, black goatee and dark eyes, short cropped hair, with a penchant for endlessly twirling a pin or a coin in his fingers. Some of you share. He is young for such a prestigious position, in his early 40s. The only surviving son of one of the noble families of the capital city that weathered the long war fairly well. Behind his kind eyes, you know his true face. A man that is a furnace of ambition, a man of vision, plan, and will. Already he has helped his family weather the abdication war, secured himself a seat on the council, and has begun laying the foundation for more. So, you all have been brought in as his shadow council, his knife in the darkness, his scales of balance. It is illegal to try and influence the council or their decisions in any way, punishable by death, but it is an open secret that all councilors have their own secret forces under them, working for their country's goals. He greets you all, friendly, in a friendly manner. Asks you all how you've been, how are you doing, are you ready for this cycle of the council's decision making?
Are you ready for some football?
He says it just like John Madden.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah, we're ready.
Says I have many.
Just constant stuttering.
Says I have many threads going on this month, but I have one that I would like your help with. There's rumors of a witch. Small town called Edenboke, south of the Thornwood. The townspeople have petitioned the council to band together, forced to drive out and kill the witch, perhaps burning her at the stake. I don't care what happens to her, but I want information. Real witch? Are there more? What has got the town in such a fervor? Does she have any power that we can exploit and use? I will leave this duty to you.
You said it was in what, Dawnwood?
It's south of Tharnwood,
Thornwood, okay.
to the west. He gives you a notice. This is kind of written up like this. So in the future, we're still in the tutorial section. In the future, out of character, there will be like 3 or 5 or 2 of these, and you'll have to choose where your path leads you. For now, there's only one, but you see a kind of synopsis and what options are. Now, these are the options Victor has laid forth. The options that you do are completely up to you. And it does not have to be these 2 options. There are an infinite number of options. And if you do something wacky, we'll have to, say, well, that brings a little more stability, but it probably hurts the economy. You threw a bunch of gold at her, I don't know. You buried her in a gold well, I don't know, whatever. So you see, he's laid out a quest and options for you, and you get a kind of overview of how it will affect the kingdom.
Has this particular witch ever done anything to this town to cause her to be wanted dead?
Well, you know how these towns are. Once people start saying witchcraft this, witchcraft that, everything starts getting blamed on the local witch. A baby born small, a person dying suddenly, all the witch's fault. Whether this is true or not remains to be seen.
I see.
Interesting. So if we were to secret her away, would we have anywheres that we could move her to?
You could stay on my grounds if that is the choice you make, but
Well,
if she's
I'm
a danger
saying,
to me or others, then it will come
yeah.
back on you.
Well,
We do need more stability, right?
Ability is usually a good thing.
I was thinking more along the lines of if the populace thought she died, but we could use her, we could sneak her away here. If she's not an actual danger.
If you could orchestrate that, I might be a bit impressed with you.
Well, there's no telling what we can accomplish, but, things happen.
That's why I trust you.
Celios stands up. Victor, I will personally make sure that this witch is seen to her death. I will gladly spare none of her life. And all these men here, I will put them forth and make sure that they risk their lives and perish at the hand of bringing her down. That is a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Kip, bring me my horse.
Elios, I always admire your zealotry. Killing this witch, I will pivot to something that my house has done for Tharnwood, and it will bring great brotherhood between our sister kingdoms.
The mother wills it, and that's how it shall be done.
I don't disagree. I think there may be more nuance to it than that, but I again trust you and leave it to you. Her corpse will serve as a bridge between our two kingdoms.
Jack is quiet for the majority while everyone talks. Waits for there to be a bit of a lull. And then after...
Burst in the song.
What's John, what's your character's name?
Celios?
Celios. After Celios says what he says, Jack clears his throat and says, well, if you don't mind me saying, what makes you think that you can make us do those kinds of things, Celios?
The righteous path that I follow deems that every witch has to be brought to justice. I will not accept anything else. As a witch lives and breathes and walks upon this ground, I am here to make sure that she is taken down at any cost.
Are you sure that she's a witch?
I would like to...
Victor, ever the mediator, says, well, we could also pivot this into a few boons for the Holy Empire of the Sun and Stars. I also am curious if she could, if she has any knowledge that could benefit us in any way. Especially martial men like yourselves, she might be useful to us. Alive.
Yeah, there's really no telling. This woman could be anything from a friggin' sorcerer to a witch or a demon. We don't know until we get there and find out. I'll make my decision then.
Exactly.
Can't we just get the information and then kill her?
Well, at the end of the day, we still accomplished the task. But I'd like to avoid that.
Yeah, doesn't matter to me.
There's no reason to waste our blood and sweat over someone who's innocent. If she's, say, a healer, and this particular village does not care for her ways that she heals, then we'll find another way.
Baldy's got it.
Thank you, Shorty.
Before we get too much farther, give me everyone's AC so I can write them down and not ask.
17.
Uh,
18.
do you
Culture
want both
18.
normal and with the shield raised?
Yes.
18
well.
and 20 with the shield raised.
Jesus, boy! I say boy, boy.
I say, boy.
I say boy.
James, I was making a
Pretty
dwarf monk
standard.
earlier before I changed it, and yeah, I had an AC of 20 with unarmored.
Yeah, damn, boy.
Now, stout little motherfucker.
I think I have 20 on like 5th edition, and that's like a lot.
I feel like
You
things hit more in Pathfinder, which kind of shares with 5e a little bit. I think there's a general philosophy in modern games that like nobody likes to miss,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is rare, I guess. But
So it turns
a
into
little
a
column A, little column
Well, that's
turns
fine.
into a rock'em sock'em robots
B.
type
Yeah,
thing.
it feels like it sometimes. I mean, the idea is like AC isn't just armor that you're wearing; it's like battle prowess and luck and conditions of the battlefield. I get that.
Yeah.
Anywho, you guys have your marching orders. You only have one thing deemed by your counselor. It is always your choice to quit or kill him in this very room, of course, but assuming you want to continue downward this path,
Let him
a
drive, boys.
carriage is waiting for you.
all right? Let's hit it.
Who's driving the
Bugs as he
carriage?
goes.
Who's? I guess it would be driving. Driving is actually older than cars, right? Drive it.
No, I think I think that's the correct term.
Yeah, you're still driving.
Think about.
Yeah, you drive the cart.
I
Yeah.
can do it. I'll drive.
The countryside bears the scars of a conflict that had only recently subsided. Yet the beauty of early fall is slowly beginning to mend the wounds. The wooden wheels of the carriage creak and groan as they roll over the uneven cobble steps of the city, the rhythmic clip-clop of the horses' hooves echoing in the crisp autumn air. As the carriage winds its way through rolling hills and quaint hamlets, you all bear witness to the steadily reviving spirit of the people who call this land home. As you get closer to the border, it's an easy ride. No one's accosting you. Some people, reach out and say hi to you in a friendly manner, but mostly you're unaccosted on a peaceful couple of days as travel continues. As you get closer to the border between the sister kingdoms, your view gets a bit more downtrodden. The carriage passes through once great cities, their ramparts scarred by the relentless siege of battle, and the humble villages that have been razed to the ground, their charred timbers standing like skeletal fingers reaching for the sky. Sword and shield and halberd and lance lie broken and bent, rusting in the gentle sunlight, the ground beneath hiding untold stories of triumph or defeat. Indeed, as you come to the location of the final battle, you see the devastation that caused the treaty to finally be enacted. A large, gentle rolling hill was the location for most of the combat, and there are deep-rooted scars to this day. Wildflowers grow over the corpses still in their armor, skeletal forms overtaken by yellow and purple flower. As you're rolling by, you see, this is not a covered cart, you're all just kind of in the back.
Yeah, that's
You
what I
all
was going
see.
to ask you if there was this was actually covered or not.
In the open field, you have good vision upon you, and you see a group of goblins picking through some of the remnants. As you approach, they quickly run over and begin to harass you. They begin throwing rocks at your horse, who neighs and stomps his foot in anger. Their chittering turns to laughter, as the horse is clearly feeling pain from the assault. One of the goblins holds a newly found shield along with a large, jagged sword.
I'd like to
Yeah.
intimidate them into
Kill
stopping.
the goblin.
Can I roll intimidation to tell them to stop? And I'd like to say, perhaps you wouldn't like to continue doing that.
Of course.
I'm gonna assist in the same way. I'm gonna kind of do a front flip off the front of the side of the wagon on their side and stand.
15.
What languages do you speak?
Okay, speak Goblin.
You know, I don't know if I selected
Yeah.
anything for that.
I speak Common, Elven, Goblin, Orcish, and Sylvan.
I speak just common because I never had anything else.
Well,
if you have a intelligence modifier, you get that many bonus
Oh,
languages.
so I got +1, so I can do one
Yeah.
more.
mine's
I get
Yeah.
+1. Oh, okay, so I'm not gonna pick Goblin just because we're standing here.
Garrett, I am going to use some of these larger folks to hide using my distracting shadows ancestry.
Cool.
Since I don't speak Goblin, I will say along the lines of, "It may not be wise of you to continue," and instantly go into kind of like my fighting stance.
So one of the things I like about Pathfinder is the aid action. We kind of house ruled that over in 5e, but Josh, you can try to aid your ally.
Okay.
So
if you look under, where is it? Actions. There is literally an aid thing that you can click.
aid. Okay.
Yes, give Patrick AIDS.
So you'll do the check as well. If you do particularly well, you'll succeed, and it's actually +2 in the not +1.
So just a D20 +2.
No, you roll a d20
Okay.
on the same check that he did, and if you do good, he can get a +2.
Okay, so a 19, and then +3 intimidation along with that.
That sounds like a success to me.
Yep. So 17.
Pretty high, but goblins are a little focused. Goblins, much like the goblin DM you have, hate horses to an almost pathological extent. Indeed,
Yep.
Uh,
I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure I remember that from our original campaign.
a quirk of the goblins, an unbelievable hatred for horses. Horses seem to kind of share this feeling back to the goblins, and they are ignoring you, throwing rocks at your horses. They're getting rocks from outside the kind of grassy hill, finding these small like dirt clods and rocks, and also one of the goblins kind of heaves a big shield he can't really carry, and he's getting it, and he's about to try to toss it over at the horse, and the horse is kind of pulling the cart off kilter a bit, trying to get and bite and kick at the goblins.
Okay. Upon seeing them continue, I'm going in.
Roll initiative.
Right. So I have incredible initiative, so I think that gives me a +2.
I have a +0, but it's not given. I guess I just roll a 20, a flat.
Yeah. I guess this doesn't actually add in your dexterity at all to initiative.
I got a 1.
I have a +0, so I have 20 for my initiative.
Where are you guys seeing initiative?
Under hero points, you see where your AC is? Hero points, class DC,
Initiative.
perception.
Okay, I got 0. Alrighty then.
21.
I'm gonna roll my magic die. That's a fat 10.
Initiative is perception based.
What? Like, is it?
Wait, what?
My perception is
not
+7.
I don't.
How does
Yeah, mine's
how does all
+3.
of that work?
How do we roll initiative if that's the case? Because my perception is +7.
I don't even have perception in my. Oh, okay. It's 5.
I'm reading it now.
So
Yeah, I'm super confused.
So do I roll? Do I roll perception?
That might be for stealth. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's stealth.
Okay.
Yeah, what actually gives us a +2 initiative outside of a feat?
I was about to say feats are what give you that. How many feats? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
See, if you have incredible initiative, it's 2. So I have a total of 4.
Yeah. And does that mean that since I was hiding, I get a bonus to my initiative? What does that mean?
Rather than having initiative be a simple dexterity check, Pathfinder 2e lets you roll any skill you have as your initiative as long as it's applicable to the situation. For example, when a rogue rolls a stealth check to sneak up behind a guard, the result of that stealth check is also the rogue's initiative check.
Oh,
so,
shit.
so I can roll perception as my initiative?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, well,
That's why it's
shit.
probably not factoring in, because it's like how you want to sell it. Are you going to use your fucking awesome eyes to see that the battle's about to start? Or maybe
Then
you're dexterous? Or
Okay.
maybe
15.
I'm definitely gonna use my perception to determine how I should
I'll
react.
stick
to
with
that.
my roll, but I'm gonna
That'd be a
add
27.
that +5.
That'd be a 24.
Yeah,
Fuck all of you! Stop adding your plus.
I'll use my religion, so I'll have 23.
you guys
He
got to sell
screams.
this to me.
Wait, did I not do that?
What's religion?
No, not religion.
Wait,
I'm talking
what?
about me. What?
I'm
do you think
lawful
Jesus
good,
is telling you to
so-
slap
You're
those
you're
goblins?
using your religious initiative.
Yeah.
Sweet Jesus, let me hit them babies.
What?
So
The reason why I use my athletics
That
to
makes
get in
sense.
there.
Yes.
So
Is perception something is that okay? Can I use that?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, I feel like,
I was hiding on the cart amongst all of these tall folks, waiting with my bow. So I had a 23 using my stealth.
Religion covers gods, goddesses, mythic history, ecclesiastic tradition, holy symbols, and undead creatures. A religion might not be
Fine, society.
any of the knowledges. I think no,
Just
or
scream.
linguistics, or
Scream.
No, hurting that horse really hurts my religious knowledge.
spellcraft, swim unless you're in water. I could be sold on a lot of stuff, but you got to sell me.
What about intimidation?
John is like, those
See
are
it?
degenerates. They deserve
You could see that one.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, the people that were actually attempting the intimidation could have actually done that. That would have made sense.
This is crazy.
All right, I'll stick with my
interesting.
regular 20 then.
That is an interesting mechanic, though.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It is.
I love the idea of it, though. I mean, it's a lot more thematic.
So, whenever you do something like that, so Josh has the incredible initiative. He gets to add that too on top of whatever he uses.
Yeah, so effectively right now, if I were to use my athletics just to get in there and fight, I would have a +8.
Nice. Then you normally have a +6 to that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's cool.
For those of you who've not played Pathfinder before, the goblins are not like D&D goblins. They will fuck you up.
Oh yeah.
Don't fucking remind me.
James knows all too well.
Session 0, I almost fucking die from getting
You
tripped
did.
by goblin dogs and goblins.
Then you made a necklace out of their ears.
Yes. I
All
did.
right. So, what we got?
Coltran? Coltran?
Dr. Tran?
I believe you're first.
You can call me Cole for short.
I like Cole.
All right. So at that point, let me go ahead and get off of this. With me, you'll see Colt take a special stance, kind of that along the line. I haven't fully fleshed it out yet, but I was thinking more of like a Phoenix style, fighting style, and he's going to kind of run up to one of these on the. Actually, yeah, you said the one is trying. This one with the shield's trying to hit the horse.
The one in the back.
Okay. He's just instantly gonna stand in his way, and he is going to do a special unarmed flashing spark attack.
Whoa.
It's basically me hitting. If I crit on this, they are ignited. They take 1d6 fire damage as well. So that's going to be a dirty 20.
That hits.
Okay, so it wasn't a critical. So it's going to be 1d8 plus 3. It's going to be 9 damage.
Ooh. Pretty good.
And then, how many actions do we have per turn? I see some of these things cost actions, and like some
You
of
have
them are
3 actions per turn.
Okay, so
Movement,
So
strike.
movement counts as an action.
Yeah.
Some
Attack
stuff
and
counts
attack.
as 2 actions, though. Better watch it.
Casting a spell
Yeah.
is 2.
Hey, where is? Well, they have 1, 2, 3, and 4 versions of spells, so that's not necessarily the case. What is the where do you find your spellcasting ability modifier?
Depends on your. It's just like 5e. Depends on your casting.
For a
Yours will
bard,
be
it should be charisma.
Chris
Okay.
bonus.
Okay,
but
just
it-
making sure. Okay, got it.
I figured it would tell you, but I have no idea.
Yeah, I think I figured it out.
Okay.
A commanding hit. You hear that wet thud of fist into flesh, and you see him kind of quickly change his attitude as he was all happy and laughing at this horse in pain, and you haymaker him. He's stunned and dazed. He's kind of rocking back and forth.
If you continue, you will die here. I'm giving you the choice.
Let's see. Who's next? Let's see. Josh to T. Mr. Anton, right?
Yes. Yeah, so I will roll out. I'm assuming Celios is still on the cart with me. Along with
Yes, I am.
I believe Jack is up here as well.
Everyone but Cole.
Yeah, so you'll see me kind of roll out from behind Celios, pop up to my knees with my short bow drawn, and I'll unleash a arrow at the one with the shield. Is that the one that Cole just shot at?
Yes.
Yeah. I will plant a arrow in him, and I got a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Awesome. And using my surprise attack class feature, I get that sneak attack damage for an extra d6. And that will be, what is this? Yeah. 8 damage total.
2 resounding hits on this goblin. It's went from comical to really bad. He kind of falls to one knee, and you see the small frame, small bodied goblin. He's very dexterous, but I mean, that arrow looks like this huge wound in him. He grabs it, and this kind of bluish gray red blood comes out, and he holds his wound, and he looks up at you like just alarmed and shocked that you're hurting him. He was just hurting a horse. He doesn't understand. He's still up, but he is looking rough.
Blah, 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 on the first round. Flat. They haven't acted yet. Yeah, I do it again.
I'm gonna fucking do it again.
So
I started blasting.
Yeah.
I'll take a second shot. This one is at a +2. I'm assuming, I don't know how the mechanics work of me rolling out from behind him. Is that, I don't know how that's basically a 5-foot step. Is that like a movement? Or is that, I'm not sure how the mechanics work there.
You can take a 5-foot step. Who are you getting out from behind? An ally? I think that's fine.
Yeah, I was stepping out from behind Celios.
So,
yeah.
multiple attack penalty. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah, I saw that. So
Okay.
my first attack was at a +7. This one's going to be at a +2.
Exactly. You got it.
And that is a big fail. That is a 7 total.
Not quite.
That is a 5 total. Sorry.
Even less quite. Yeah, I mean, he's not an idiot. The goblins aren't the smartest creatures, but when he's getting pelted with arrows, he rises that shield that he pulled out. There's kind of this rusted old, battered shield, and you add one more scar to it.
All right, and so seeing that, I will sort of drop down into the cart and use the sort. I'm assuming they have like walls on the cart, or do they not?
Yeah, they do. It's short enough for you, not for anybody else.
Hell yeah, I'll drop down and use that as cover.
Indeed. There's cover in this one.
And I don't know that since I broke line of sight with them, can I like start hiding again?
No, I gotta be more strict about stealth stuff. If you attack or like they know where you are, they're gonna have a pretty good idea. You have to really go out of your way. Just like jumping down, if you ran behind the cart, maybe. But
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. Is if I could drop down low enough on there, I might be able to break line of sight with them to scoot on out and like maybe escape
sure.
out the back, so they wouldn't be able to see where I was going.
Yeah, if you use your movement for that.
All right. Well, I think hiding actually takes a action, so I don't.
think so. Yeah.
So I don't know how that works.
So you wouldn't be able to hide this round. You'd have to move into position and hide later.
All right. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll drop down, try to break line of sight, and then scoot around, like try to get out the back of the cart and like
Definitely.
move to a position that will be surprising for them to find me in.
Definitely. Goblins.
So yeah,
Pretty fast themselves.
sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
They'll go next. Let's see. Josh, you are in front of the board chief of this tiny band, but your AC is pretty high. He hits you once for 9 damage.
Right.
And shit. That's like fucking half of my total hit points. No, that's more than half of my total hit points. Fuck me.
The other goblin runs up, does the same. You're attacking his boy. You're the one out in front for now. A lucky hit, but he is not as strong as his war chief for only 5 damage.
Okay.
Goblin left. Throws something at you, Celios. Large armored man you are. Make me a dexterity save.
All right. Dexterity save, you said?
Yes.
Where are my saves? I don't know where my saves are. Reflex?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. It's gonna take some getting used to unlearn that.
13.
Just not quite enough. He throws a stinking, smelly bag at you. Hits you right in the face.
No.
I know you said bag,
Yes.
but what I heard was something different.
You are sickened. It is a condition in Pathfinder. You'll take a negative to all checks and DCs, and you cannot willingly ingest anything, including elixirs and potions, while sickened. The bag is a foul-smelling mix of fetid food and bugs
And probably shit.
all kind of stuff you do not want to know. And he kind of hums at you, and you hear him laugh.
All right. Question. Since Coltrane was hit, is he within 15 feet of me and the enemy?
I think yes.
Okay, give me a moment.
You guys are all kind of like right beside the cart.
All right, so as a reaction, I'm going to do Retributive Strike. To trigger it, an enemy damages your ally and both are within 15 feet of you. You protect your ally and strike your foe. The ally gains resistance to all damage against the triggering damage equal to 2 plus your level. If the foe is within reach, make a melee strike against it.
Not in reach, but you'll give Coltrane some bonus.
Yeah, it'll be +3 resistance to all damage.
All right.
Seems good. Jack.
All
No,
right.
Celios. Celios, then Jack. Celios, you have a stinky smell about you now. What do you do about this slight?
I will stand up and prop my foot on the side of the cart. You little green half-shrunken thing. I can't even fathom. Jesus. I don't know who Jesus is, but if that was a thing, I'd imagine they'd not be happy with you. And because of this, the mother will see that you are taken care of for damaging our fine horses. And I will move up to him. I'm assuming it's the one on the left that threw it at me.
Yes.
And I will attack him.
Hit him with it.
That is a dirty 20.
That hits.
Alright, damage is a saddening 5. I rolled absolute low.
That is a little low, but he is just a goblin. It's still any damage to his small, frail body is quite noticeable. He's still up.
Am
I'd just like to point out that I'm allowed to use sudden charge while burrowing.
If you have a burrow speed.
Where the fuck is my burrow speed?
Because he threw something at me, I'm going to use my deity's domain as my last action.
I do have one.
It is called Savor the Sting. So you inflict pain upon the target and revel in their anguish. This deals 1d4 mental damage and 1d4 persistent mental damage. The target must attempt a will save. As long as the target is taking persistent damage from the spell, you gain a +1 status bonus to attack rolls and skill checks against the target.
Oh, what is their wisdom? Ugh. -1.
Oof.
Now, what's the will save they have to make? Oh wait, hold on. Focus spells.
Is it your
should
class
be-
DC?
Yeah, it's divine DC
DC
12. They're gonna make a 12.
That one.
A nat 1.
Yes,
Wow.
That would be considered a critical failure.
it would.
As
So
it
make
states,
sure that
the
you do
target
whatever
takes
it says.
double initial and persistent damage.
Nice.
Might explode him.
So
What's your-
double initial is 4 damage.
Okay. He is still up, but not for much longer. Does he take damage on the beginning of his turn or the end of his turn?
It just says you inflict pain. This deals 1d4 mental damage and 1d4 persistent mental damage. The target must,
Yes, it
as
would
long as the
start
target
at
is
their
taking
turn.
persistent damage from the spell.
Mhm.
So I guess
We're gonna go
does he take
Pokemon.
another persistent damage?
Yeah, I don't know how any of this works. So
Because it
it
says
could be anything.
it deals
from,
1d4 and persistent mental.
Damage. Okay, I'm reading.
And I
Yes.
guess
When? Beginning or end? That's all I need to know. I get it, but I need to know beginning or end.
yeah. And does it last until they actually make a save?
Yes.
Okay, so because it's giving me the option to roll 2 separate times for this one spell. I guess because it's initial and persistent.
Take it at the end of your turns as long as you have the condition, rolling any damage dice anew each time. Roll a DC 15 flat to check if you recover from it. Cool.
Yeah, you take it at the end of each of your turns.
Okay, he survives
You
a little
have the
longer
condition.
next
All right,
turn.
so
maybe, possibly.
the persistent damage is another 4.
Okay. Wait, 4, 4, and 4?
No, 4 and 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
It was 5 for the regular attack, and then it was, since he was a critical failure, it was double initiative, which I rolled a 2, so that's 4, and the persistent damage, which is double, was another 2, so that's 4.
Yeah, I had it right. Okay, good. You, what is your holy symbol? That's what
My holy symbol is basically it. On the side of me, there is a tome that's like bound in like a leather lattice work that sits next to me, and that's the religious text that I follow.
Okay. I have a lot of lore of the mother, but I'm more than happy for you to shape it yourself and make it real.
So just so everyone knows, basically that religious text essentially follows the Malleus Maleficarum.
What is that?
The hammer of witches.
Yeah, the guidebook on how to hunt and destroy and identify witches back during like the fucking 1500s.
Are you lawful good?
Yes.
Oh wow, you're gonna die, man.
God.
Lawful's doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
Okay, I already told Garrett basically the viewpoint right now of how the character is, that things are going to change. When is yet to be unknown.
Jack?
I am going to use I think that I'm going to use demoralize. I was debating between that and faint. But I am going to look at the lead goblin, whatever this dude is, the main guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to stand up and say, if you don't leave now, we're going to murder all of you. And let me roll it up. Nat 20, so 26. So critical success, target becomes frightened for 2. Whatever that means. Becomes frightened 2. So like they get a lot of frightened.
Yeah.
2 rounds of frightened.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
He's not just 2 frightened, he's 3 frightened.
Regardless of your result, yeah, okay. Oh, they have to attempt a will save against it.
What's your DC?
It says attempt an intimidation check against the target's will DC. What's my what?
What's their will DC is what the thing is, but I don't know how that actually works.
Was it a spell that you cast?
It's demoralize, yeah.
Then whatever DC they have to make would also be yours. Unless it states otherwise, I guess.
10. Yours would be, let's see.
So is it a contested roll? Is that how that works?
It's a contested roll. He rolled a nat 20. He basically rolls his charisma modifier or whatever he's doing with it against their will save.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. So
he's scared.
So they're scared for 2 rounds.
Very scared.
What is that? Do we know what that does? Can you tell us what that does?
I know what it does.
Oh, okay.
Open it right. Frightened creatures flee from battle as best they can. If unable to flee, it may fight. Frightened creature takes -2 penalty on all attack rolls, saving throws, skill checks, blah blah blah. It can use special abilities, but it must do so as a means only to escape. You rat battled him very well. What about you, Anarion?
You know what, Garrett? I'm gonna burrow.
You're gonna burrow?
Are you really?
It gives me the option, man. They can't do that.
I mean, everybody has that option.
I have no option.
What is your burrow speed? What could it possibly
It says
be?
basic.
I don't
It
know
says
about that.
it says you have a burrow speed, and then over on the side it says basic.
You dig your way through dirt, sand, or loose material up at the rate of your burrow speed. You can't burrow through rock or any other.
Well, what the fuck is basic supposed to mean?
It has its own speed.
Yeah, that's probably something different? Like, normally if you have, like, say a fly speed and it's 60 feet, then you fly at 60 feet. But if your burrow speed is basic, I don't know what the fuck that would even...
That's all it says.
Are you, like, you're not any kind of weird race and you don't have any class
Yeah, I don't
things
think
that
you
say that
have
you
burrow
burrow,
speed.
like, it... That might just be saying you don't really
Damn it!
have...
I want to charge underground.
No, you don't have burrow. Burrow is bestowed by like being a mole or having a spell cast upon you.
What if I just grow my disgusting fucking fingernails really long?
Oh my god.
I can't properly wipe my own ass, Garrett. Let me burrow.
Oh, God. That's terrifying.
Fine, I will charge the big man. And that lets me get a charge and a weapon attack in.
Oh, charge. That's nostalgic. Charge is good.
Feats, actions. Oh, I'm sorry. Boop.
Boom. Yeah. Having the power to move yourself.
It just says stride twice, so I guess that's 50 feet. Was that 50 feet?
Yeah. The small area.
Good enough for
2
me.
to attack, neg 2 to your AC.
I was clicking the thing to roll it. Okay, it's not rolling. It's D20 plus 8 to hit.
Hits.
I would say so.
What's your weapon? Sword?
Great sword, 1d12 plus 3.
Oh, damn.
It'll be this plus 3, so fucking 12 damage. Golly.
Yeah, I mean, Stelios is dealing with his goblin over there. This is all in a matter of seconds, but you see the goblin chief, and he's kind of picked up this retinue of like armor. He's poked from the battlefield. Poached from the battlefield. You see him take an arrow hit, and he bends over, doubled in pain. He's kind of falling to one knee, and you full on, just like Game of Thrones, execute him, head clean off.
That's awesome. Who's next?
Do you yell when you charge?
I don't have any specific yell. I'll just yell.
Coltran,
Alright.
you've got some deep wounds already starting to look like they're festering from the disgusting instrument the orc has, but you have kind of one alley-ooped him into a beheading, and now you stand beside another one.
Just due to the pain, it's like you just hear him. You'll wish you haven't done that. And then he is going to go to grapple the goblin next to him while breaking. Is there a way that I can knock his weapon away? Is there an arm?
Sunder was a thing. I think they took it out.
Yeah, I don't see it on here. As dang. So what I was wanting to do is I don't want to kill this guy, but I basically want to grab him and then like give him the chance to not really. I guess not, because we don't speak the same language, so it's just I'm just seeing red at this point. Okay, so at that point, I am going to just going to attack this guy the first time. Oh my god, that's gonna be let's see, let me go back over here. Jesus, it's gonna be a 24 to hit.
Damn.
That'll
I believe that hits.
Okay. Alright, so 1d8 plus 3. It's gonna be 6 slashing damage.
Okay, got it.
And then I am going to use another action to do flurry of blows, where I get to do 2 more attacks against him.
Yeah, I think. What is the minus for multi attacks, Garrett?
5 and 10.
5 and 10. Okay. Because it's make 2 unarmed strikes. If both hit the same creature, combine their damage for the purpose of resistances and weaknesses. Apply your multi attack penalties to the strikes normally. As it has the flourish trait, you can use flurry of blows only once per turn.
Do you have improved grapple?
I do not.
So grappling incurs attack of opportunity. Did you know that?
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
I do now, motherfucker.
Yeah, now that I know. Okay,
No,
so
there's
for
half
the
the battle.
first attack, that's going to be an 18 to hit.
That hits, yes.
Okay, and then for the second one, this is going to be a minus 10 to it, right?
Yes.
Whatever.
Second of 3. I mean, third of 3, right?
Yeah. Let's see, that's going to be. Trying to do math here, man. I'm sorry. 16 to hit.
That still hits.
Okay. So 1d8. Oh my god. So that's going to be another 17 points of damage.
Good God. Poor little goblins. Yeah,
Man,
you
fuck
see,
them goblins.
you saw Ip Man, right?
Hell yeah.
He basically flurries the blows that guy down. Yeah, that.
That's like my favorite scene from the first one. Yeah.
Thunderous. Turn him into mincemeat. His green skin becomes purple and black. His head looks like this kind of like big pumpkin with all its ridges, and his eyes roll back, and he falls back.
Give you the chance to walk away.
Don?
And that's where I went my turn.
Are you there, Anton?
Sorry. Where'd my fucking dice go? Oh, they're over here. Yeah. So it looks like there's only the one left, and he is engaged with Celios. Now that does not get him flat-footed, so I'm kind of taking cover behind the cart. Can I, from here... Well, that wouldn't really work, I suppose. I would still have to... yeah, it looks like he's not really gonna make it, so I'll just kind of use my movement to get about 25 feet. Maybe somewhere around here-ish. I'm just coming around the side of the cart a little bit so I can get a clear shot. I don't know how shooting into melee actually works.
They took away the penalties for that too.
Okay. So
Cowards.
yeah, I'll just kind of
Cowards.
slip in between all of these spokes for the cart and everything, and
They do get bonuses to their AC versus your shot, but you won't hit your friend at least.
okay, yeah, that's fine, I guess. I'll just take a regular bow shot. It won't have a sneak attack or anything because he's not flat-footed.
Mhm.
Oh my fucking god. This bullshit. 10.
Not quite.
Fucking bullshit.
You have to
Yeah.
weave your shot through Celios, who's kind of, with one hand attacking and with the other hand proselytizing about the mother. It's very hard to kind of get around him in his bulk.
Yeah, with an obvious look of irritation at myself, I stow my bow and I start making my way over to where the the goblin chieftain was to retrieve my arrows from him. I'll end my turn.
Goblin
So I'll move like
is
there.
rightfully intimidated by your sudden paladin appearance. Gonna attack. Does pretty well. He only has 1 strength, so 7 damage. Celios.
Oh, God damn it. All right.
It's only half our health at this point.
Nah, I mean,
Maybe a third. Whatever.
That's legitimately half of mine.
I'm good. I'm golden.
They actually get more attacks. I kind of did this wrong. See, this is kind of
Oh my god.
This is the learning phase. You see, this is why they exist.
Oh,
But
because I'm
it's good to know.
sickened, my AC is 17.
What? Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I won't go back and punish you for my mistake. But Celios got attacked. Anton went. So Celios, right back at you.
Hoo-hoo. You foul, disgusting little thing. I still
That was
smell of you. Ugh.
Ugh.
So, just gonna start waylaying on him. That is a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
All
Just
right.
barely.
That is 7 damage.
You are cutting him up.
And I'm going to make a second attack. That's a
This
4
one
to
hits.
hit.
That one doesn't hit.
All right. And for my third action, I will raise my shield to give me a 19 AC. And don't forget his save for the Savor the Sting.
Oh my god, I did forget. Yeah, that's let me see, got my dice over here. Got a 4. Oh, okay, that's fine. Goodbye, Goblin.
That's fine. I'll just put him
that's
with the rest
3
of the
damage.
goblins
3 damage for the
in the trash.
persistent.
Not by sword, but by the word of the Holy Mother. You reveal to him his weakness and his place in the world. You are God's chosen. He is just a goblin. He severs his mortal coil. You find yourselves alone.
How many arrows do you think I can find? I took 2 shots at the one guy and then 1 at this other guy.
They don't have. I'm trying to make a quick, fast rule for this, but they only have basic leathers for armors, like tanned cowhide and stuff. You can probably recover all your arrows. This will be a different story against chainmail and
Yeah, that or
plate
like
mail.
roll a d6 and halve whatever the value is.
Definitely.
All right, good. Arrows are fucking expensive.
The Goblin Chieftain drops his wretched-looking. It's a short sword for you all, but it is a unique one. You haven't seen a goblin use something like that before.
Short sword, you say? Does it look fun?
Yes.
An interesting shape?
Yes.
Is it 2/3 the size of Anton?
That's something I didn't really think about, is how all that interact. Like, it's not saying anything to me whenever I equipped that, so I didn't really think about it.
Don't think I have identify yet.
Well, another good deed to society taken care of. I don't condone animal violence.
I mean, I condone any violence that's perpetrated against me first, but, you know, whatever. So yeah, I'll pick up this short sword and kind of cringe at the smell of it, and
It does smell.
kind of look around and
It does.
try to wipe it off in the grass as best I can. Ugh.
No amount of grass can cleanse that.
Is there a creek
Sword?
around?
The sword is named Horse Chopper.
No, it is not.
Use Horse Chopper to trip, even if you do not have a free hand, i.e., using the jagged, ugly sword to trip someone with.
Get the fuck out of here.
Garrett, is the thing that's making John stink? Is it like it's not a disease.
He's covered in shit.
Right.
No, it's not a disease.
Well, like, is it? What I mean is, like, what is it? Is it a? It's not a type of poison, is it?
No, stink bomb. Just they
Oh.
put a bunch of like vetted food and biomaterial in a bag and then threw it.
Oh, okay. I was worried it was something more than that.
I always appreciate Garrett's tender description of
Right. That biomaterial.
literal shit.
It wears off though. Celios.
Okay.
Yeah,
What about what the fuck is your name? Josh, what is your character's name?
Carlton.
Amton?
Coltrane?
Coltrane. Carlton.
Coltrane. Carlton.
Cold.
Coltrane.
How is he looking? Can I see that he's feeling rough or what?
As he comes down from the high of the battle, you kind of see him kind of grip his side where he was sliced one time, and kind of starts to walk slowly back to the cart.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Soothe on him.
If only his name was Play.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Then you would be
For 18 in total.
soothing Play.
Anybody else feeling rough that needs a little bit of pick me up?
I don't think I took any damage whatsoever.
I'm a little low, but I'm
Lit.
nonetheless. I'm roughly about
All right.
60%.
I'm gonna look at him and say, "Are you saying you would prefer to stay unhealed?"
Oh, by no means. If it helps me, then as long as I'm alive, I'm always willing to help everyone else.
Ah, all right. So 10 more healing to. God, I cannot remember your fucking name. What is it?
Celius.
Cialis. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right.
You know, they want $6 for this. I think I ought to put that on PayPal's Pay by 4.
You go ahead and do that.
Probably free options.
I can't
Yeah.
see one to make a login that's free.
The only reason why you would need to pay for it is if you do dual class or if you have a pet. I think those are the only reasons why I would.
I'm just trying to log in so my character doesn't get deleted whenever I like X out of this shit.
Yeah, just log in with Google. All right. So, yeah, if everybody's good, I'm done with my healing.
You continue. For next time on D&D.
Yeah.
Next time I D&D.
Okay.
How'd everyone like it?
It felt good. There was a little bit of those goblins existed to be tutorial